Just 1 second. Give me just 1 second. Hold on a second here. Howdy, y'all. My name is Bryce. I'm coming at you with some more Be Happy. And I'm such a dingus, y'all. And I'm so glad one of y'all pointed it out in the comments. I only needed 1 septuple cobblestone, not 9. I don't know why I, for some reason, felt like I needed all 9 of them. Or rather to have... Yeah. Anyway, long story short, dingus. But, hey, we got it done. And that's great. Let me go put this over here. Let's see what's in it. What do you got for me? Oh, wow. A bunch of storage cells. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I'm going to leave that there for now. Can I pick you up like this? I can't. All right. So you're just going to stay there for a second. So what I want to work on for today is the auto-crafting component of the computer system. So we're going to have kind of probably like I'm going to do a first part here where we kind of build the basic version of the computer or the auto-crafting section so I can kind of make sure I know how it works. And then I'll probably step away for a bit so that I can do some of the grindy work of building out the rest of the pieces. Then I can show you kind of like the final product of it. So it's probably going to extend out like this way and whatnot. I'll show you guys. I got all the stuff together. I brought down our computer stuff chest. Most of this stuff was already done. That we got them from quests and things. We've got the crafting co-processing unit, the 64K crafting storage, the molecular assembler, and the crafting monitor. I had to build the crafting monitor, and if you look at it, it requires one of these blocks, these crafting units. Each of these requires one of these, and then you add stuff to it. So I had to just build a couple of these things. Got that done. It was no problem. And built that thing together. And I'm just going to look through here to see, is there anything else I need? I'm going to need an ME interface. That's true. I'm going to need some cables. So let's grab a couple of these. Different types of cables. And I'm going to need to make actually a... Let me think. Probably going to need to make a... What is it? What am I going to need to make? I need to make the... It's like a crafting interface, I think is what it's called. No. Okay, crafting... Not you. It's a special one of these things, but it is for the pattern... this thing. We need to make the ME pattern terminal. So I need an engineering processor and an ME terminal. All right, so I'm gonna have to work on a couple of those, but let's lay out the basic foundations for this stuff first. So what I should need out of this is going to be 2 major things. I'm gonna need the processor system, and I'm gonna need the actual area where the stuff is crafted. So we don't have a ton of space around here. Let me just kind of take a little stock of the area. I might want to move all this stuff out of the way for just a little bit. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we're gonna take you, and we're gonna put you over here, and we're gonna take you, and we're gonna put you over here, and we're just gonna deal with all this in a little bit. But right now we're just getting it out of the way, and because we don't really need this stuff to be doing what it's doing anymore, it's fine. And I'm gonna have to probably pump all this into the system pretty soon here, anyways. So we got that. And then let's just quickly bust a couple of these. They're probably going to drop a bunch of stuff, aren't they? Yeah, dropping things. That's fine. We'll deal with that later. Oh, it's the filters. That's what it is. Oh, a couple upgrades. That's cool. Forgot that I was using upgrades. I must have taken them all out of a bunch of stuff. But that's cool. Now we have extra upgrades. So let me go put those over here. Doot. Okay, that should be fine. All right, so we got a little bit more space. Not a ton, but it should be fine. The first thing I should probably do is we're going to do this, and then we're going to build the processor component to this, and I think that should look something, if I was doing my reading correctly, it should look something like this. So we're going to start with the co-processing unit. This allows this machine to process multiple processes at once, so it can do multiple craftings at once. This is the storage. It's essentially the memory component of this processor. So we got 4 of these 64K crafting storage blocks through the quest that we did. And in the crafting, this monitor, mostly it just allows us to see what's currently being processed, which is just a nice kind of feature. But actually, you know what? Let's put it this way. Just because we're likely to be standing here whenever we're using this. This way I can like use the crafting deal and then look here and be like, yep, it's working properly. So this is a multi-structure block. So as you saw when I took it apart, or a multi-block structure rather, it's not connected to the computer. You see it's disconnected here. But then if I go like this, it now has been connected. You'll see it's connected right there. And so now it is hooked up to the system. Now, what time of day is it right now? Sun up or sun down? Sun's going down, so just let's keep that in mind. This thing's going to shut down soon. I need to get a battery back here, and so one of the quests that we did, that we have to do, is going to give us a big resonant energy cell, and that's going to go right behind the computer system, so we always have a nice big battery full for the computer itself. Okay, so here's the processing unit. This guy I'm going to eventually move so that it's going down the back way, probably instead of being right dead center in the middle here, but it's fine for now. So let's build the crafting part of this. To start with. I think the dense cables are bigger than the smart cables. Let's see. Can't quite tell as far as the number of things that they can process. Yeah, I'm going to just assume that they are because they physically look larger. And we need to make sure that we're using getting the most out of this that we can. Okay, so the way that this works then is you go like this. And you take an ME... Actually, I'm trying to think. How do I make it a void? I guess what you would want to do is you'd want to do it up like that and then put it all on top there. Right now, it doesn't have to be the most optimal because, like I said, I just want to show you guys how it works in theory first. So we're going to put our ME interface there. This is the thing that's going to interact with the actual molecular assemblers, these crafting blocks. These molecular assemblers are what do the actual crafting. So we're going to hook those up all around here. And we want to make sure that this guy... at least for now, is in a place that we can access pretty easily. But we'll also be able to access it from the crafting control unit. So let's quickly go to bed. Like I said, let's get this working so y'all can see the basics of it. And then hopefully I can have a bigger one built by the end of the episode that y'all can look at. So let's build that. We're going to need to build some blank patterns. So that'll be a little something. Do we only have... Okay, charged Certus quartz will work. Perfect. We have plenty of that. We need an engineering processor, which we have some of. We need a crafting table and a calculation processor, which we have. We need a logic processor, formation core, and annihilation core, and we need an illuminated panel. All right, so quartz glass. Do I have any quartz glass left over? I know I have, like, fused quartz or whatever, but I don't know if I have specifically quartz glass anywhere. I might not actually have any of it. Where did I put the... butts. I put away some of the machines. So first things first, let's put these guys in the system because we're going to end up using those. And let's look for... Where are my machines? Yeah, I have hardened glass. I don't have quartz glass right now. I know I made some earlier, but let me look into it again. Quartz glass. Oh, those are all facades. Okay. Quartz glass. Applied Energistics 2, probably this one, yeah. So it is, right, Certus quartz and glass. That's right, it's easy. And glass. Because I was going to say, I was like, I know it's easy. Okay, so then you go like this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and then like that. Boom, quartz glass. So let's just go ahead... I was like, I'm probably going to find it in here, but no, it's hardened glass. Because that's how it always works with me, right? Every time I'm all like, how do I do a thing? Let me build a thing. I got to go build a thing. And then it's always like, oh, yep, the thing was right there. You had the thing all along. I thought I was going to have to use the alloy smelter. But that's for the other stuff. All right, I'm going to put you there for right now. Okay, so we've got our quartz glass. What do we need next for the crafting? Not the crafting. The pattern. Terminal. Doot. So we need illuminated panel, which is going to take glowstone, iron, and redstone. Right. Do I have iron in here? No. Let's grab some iron. Iron. Whoo-wee. Really need to deal with that. And that's... Oh, okay. I keep forgetting, though, that one thing I have is the... let me just quickly actually grab these. I wonder how many... Can I just grab as many as I can? Don't need the pulverized. Put that back in. Let me see if I can't empty one of these suckers real quick. You don't need what you got. Let's do this. No, not in that part, though. That part. What? Those blocked out. Did these guys not work in these? Because it would be really nice if they did. Oh, man. That's too bad. That's going to mean I'm going to have to change some things for my plans in the future. I assumed that I was going to be able to use those in compacting drawers, but it looks like I might not be able to. But maybe I'm just doing it wrong. We will find out. It's, yeah, it's more than that. Okay, that's what I thought. Split you and split you and do that. Split you and split you and split you and split you and do that. Do a little bit of this. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. And look at that, a perfect amount. Okay, so we want iron, redstone. Oh, I have no glowstone either. All right, where's my quartz glass? And glowstone. I do love that computer, don't I? And I'll just go ahead and say, yes, I'm aware I can craft in here. I keep forgetting, but I'm aware. I'm totally aware of it. So let's actually just go ahead and pump you and you and you into the system. And why not go ahead and put some quartz glass in there too? We might need some more in the future. Okay, so now we got that part. What's the next part? All right, so now I need to take this illuminated panel, add a formation core, annihilation core, and a logic processor. So logic. Let's just actually take all these out. And these guys out, and these guys out, and what do we do? Boop, 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 boop. Let's let those all go in there. And we're going to hold on to the illuminated panels because we don't really need them to be taking up that kind of space. So let's put you in there like that. And we'll put you into here, and let's just do that real quick. And what do we need? We need... Boop, boop, boop. All right, so... Nope. Recipe. Oh. Interesting. If I'm... Aha! So if I'm in this, it's going to force me to use the that interface, so I can't search from within there, which is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. So I need to add the annihilation core. I think it was a logic. Formation core, annihilation core, and logic processor. So formation core. Let's add one of those. Annihilation core, which is this guy, add one of those, and a logic processor, add one of those. Okay, we've got our ME terminal. Now, put these all away. We want to turn it into this guy, so we have to add another thing to it, right? Add to an ME crafting terminal. Oh, so the ME crafting needs a crafting table and a calculation processor. So calculation, actually, let's first make a table. So wood. Oh, that's a chest. Whoops. Well, we can put a chest in there. I did that wrong. Doot, doot, doot. And we'll do that. Okay. And we want a calculation processor. This one? Yes. Okay. So we're going to just go ahead and put that in there for right now. We're going to clear all these out. So it's a calculation processor, a crafting table, and this guy gives us the crafting terminal, which is one that we already have. And then we want to do the next one, which is going to be the other processor, I believe, which is, maybe is it the engineering one? Yes. Okay, ME pattern terminal. Perfect. So we've got our pattern terminal. So now we can go like this. And now when I, hold on. Oop. Wait a minute. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, so look. What do you call it? The skin, the texture pack confused me a little bit there. So here we have the crafting terminal. You'll see it shows the crafting grid and it has this little guy and everything. That's great. Over here, we have the processing terminal or the pattern terminal. So here's where you can actually create patterns. So now we need to make some blank patterns. So let's make some blank patterns, which are these guys, which is going to take us some charged quartz, glowstone, iron, and quartz glass. So glad I made a bunch of that stuff. So let's go for quartz glass, and we're going to go 1, 2. We got charged quartz in the middle, so we're going to put one there. What else we need? I know we needed iron, and I think we needed glowstone. So iron bars, which we just made a bunch of. And then we need glowstone. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Cool. So now we have blank pattern. Awesome. And we're going to actually use this. We're going to make 2 blank patterns. And you're going to see why. We're going to come over to the pattern terminal. And I'm actually going to... We're going to start to encode a pattern. Let's see. I just want to double check. There's a couple things. Yeah, we don't want to do a processing pattern. So then... Oh, I know what I have to do. Give me all this stuff. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, it's shifting into there. Darn it. Glowstone, glowstone. Actually, can I access it from this one? I can. Okay, so that's no biggie. Boop, boop, boop. Oops. And then we grab charged Certus quartz. Boop. And then we grab quartz glass. Boop. And then we grab iron bars. Boop. Okay, so this is the pattern to make more patterns, right? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit encode. So now I have a pattern that will make patterns, okay? And as you can see, it's a different color now. And I think if I hold shift, if you hold shift, it actually shows you what does this thing make. So that's why it's changing color, because it shows me it makes a regular pattern. So let's take this blank pattern. I'm going to put this blank pattern into the system. So we're going to have 1 blank pattern in storage, right? 1 blank pattern is in storage. Now, let's see if we can't make the thing make some patterns. I believe if I go to... here's what I do. That's right. I want to go in here. I want to put this pattern into here. So now this is in my system for being able to be crafted by the system. So if I have things set up properly, I should be able to go, I think in here maybe, and I search for pattern. No. Aha, yes, okay, so cool. I have my 1, and now it says craft. So if I click on that, I get to set a number for how many of these I want to be made. So let me set this to, we're just gonna go for like 3 patterns. Go next, okay? Available. It's got all the resources, so we're gonna say, so you can switch between different crafting computers. So if I had multiple computers, then I could choose which processing section I wanted. So let's say like this guy right here, I could have multiple different processors set up for different types of needs if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to, do I? So let's go back to pattern. Let's set that up to do exactly what I wanted it to do. So we know that we already have 1 blank pattern in our inventory. Now let's make 3 new blank patterns. Let's hit start. And if we look, oh, well, it went so quickly that we couldn't even see it, right? Let's check. Hold on. Yeah, blank patterns. We got 3 of them. So the crafting terminal is now working. We can totally make patterns for all different types of stuff. So what I want to do is I want to make patterns for all of the ingredients to make solar panels, right? Because I've been talking about wanting to be able to make a ton of solar panels recently so I could deal with my different issues of power, because power is really what's holding us back the most right now. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to basically try and create a bunch of patterns for many of these different ingredients so that I can basically just click a pattern, tell it, hey, make me a solar panel, and it'll go through and it'll make most of these components all on its own. So that's going to be the goal. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to step away for a moment, and I'm going to do all that stuff off camera. And then when I come back, hopefully we'll have a nice, quite much bigger crafting setup here. We'll probably have 3 or 4 rows of these kinds of power flower looking things. I might move around some of the stuff within here. You know, this might look like a very different place once you guys come back. But I figured I wanted to show you guys how this thing gets made before I go and make a huge one and really change things up a lot. But yeah, so I will see y'all on the other side. Bye. All right, y'all. So, looks like it's almost, yep, I need to go to bed. So, what you may have seen, if I was, planning ahead and I actually made the thing I wanted to do, I probably just did a bit of a montage where you saw me. I sort of took a bunch of this stuff apart, took it upstairs. It's in this chest here. So this is where all our machines are right now because I don't really need any of them at the moment, and I mostly wanted to focus on getting this computer thing working. I built another molecular assembler. I actually created a pattern for that. I'll actually show you all of the patterns that I've made so far. So I have a pattern for blank patterns, molecular assemblers, solar panel 1s, mirrors, redstone reception coils, encoded patterns for solar panel 2s, leadstone energy frames, machine frames, tin gears, and solar panel 3s. Obviously, there's a whole bunch more that I'm going to want to make, and I'm probably going to make a whole big line of stuff like this. Apparently, molecular assemblers can connect to multiple ME interfaces. You can also make... Let me look this one up real quick. ME interface. Yeah, the ME interface panel, like this, will also work in a similar way. So I could put it on the side of one of these and it will work the same way, and I could hook it up to these very similarly. What you'll see is I'll probably have a whole bunch of these kind of daisy chain next to one another looking like this. It'll be like a nice big cluster of this kind of thing going on. But those are the patterns that I currently have. And if we come over here, you'll see that I can now, if we don't even have to go to that one, do we? Oh, yeah, we do. We have the crafting terminal. Actually, no, we can do it from here. Let's search for solar panels. So you can see I have one of the level 2 solar panels built. I have no solar panel 1s built, and I have the craftability for the solar panel 3. Now, let's make one, just because I want to show you guys this in action, and then I'll, between episodes, because like one of the big things that we're running into now, and I've told you guys this in the past, is that we're running low on iron. So one of my big goals in between episodes is going to be to literally, I'm going to make a huge thing of 5, 10, maybe 15, maybe 20 iron bees. I'm just going to be making big clusters of them, because now that I can make reliable sets of solar panels pretty easily, I'll be able to augment my power. And the more power I get, the more bees I can have, the more bees I can have, the more resources I can have, the more resources I can have, the more bees I can have, etc., 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 etc. So let us go ahead and see how many of these solar panels we can make. I'm betting probably just one because of our iron levels being so low. But let's go ahead and let's craft this one up, and we'll see. What does we get here? Right now, this is giving us a readout of everything that's going to have to go into making this one solar panel. We need 120 wood. We got 120 wood. We need 45 glass. We got 45 glass. We need 24 redstone. We've got it. We need 1 machine frame. We've got it. We need... I need to craft 3 more solar panel 3s. You'll see we have 1, need 3. We have a leadstone energy cell. I had to make these things in order to make the actual... patterns for them. We have enough tin, we have enough redstone, we have enough mirrors, and so what you'll notice is that when I go, so we're gonna go ahead and start this one up, and let's see how quickly it'll build, and go! All right, let's look, watch. Making the thing, making the thing, making the thing. You can look over there, oh, and it's done. If I had been fast enough, we could have looked over there and you would have seen all the different parts being made. But yeah, so then let me go into here and let's search for our solar panel. Boom, we got a solar panel 3. Now, can we craft another one? Next. 2 craft. Does it look like it's, I think it's doable. Let's try again. Let's look at all this stuff. See, it's making all the different components. Making some mirrors, making some solar panels. What else are you making? How cool is that? And then you'll see that's where the solar panel gets made. Look at that! How cool is that? Oh, I'm stoked on it, y'all. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I'm going to, I'll probably be messing around. Like I said, I'm going to make a whole bunch of stuff so that we can get a bunch of iron bees. And one thing you'll notice is that there's actually a bit more solar panels up here than you guys are used to. I forgot that in one of the last episodes, I actually ended up making a bunch of these little solar panels by hand because I was having so much trouble with power. But that episode was the one that ended up going super long, and where I cut the end of it, and then I was like, you know what? Let's do something really big. So that was one where like the episode kind of cut in the middle and then jump towards the end. And I forgot that I left out this part where I built these solar panels by hand. But no worries. I can now throw those into the system, and then we'll use them properly. And looks like these are getting enough into here. What do I have? I have resonant cells. Let's just go ahead and use the resonant ones. I have a couple extras because I kind of took apart a couple of those things. Oh, and what you hopefully you saw, or at least parts of it made it into the montage. I completed the Wither skeleton quest. Let's go ahead and look at it just so we're on the same page. Boopity boop. So I completed this quest. Or this quest rather. So that was the one to just make the Wither Skeleton Skull, which if y'all will remember, is just 6 Wither Skeleton Skull fragments, which came from each costs 9 of these bone chips. So we've had that nether bee going for a little while now, so that was no problem whatsoever. We got a bunch of soul sand and a bunch of nether cubes, and I picked the energy cells rather than the flux ducts because we can make flux ducts easily. Both of them are useful, but these came jam-packed with a bunch of power, so I thought that would help my system along. Yeah, so I completed that quest, so that's why I also have a couple of extra energy cells, is because, or not energy cells, but of the flux ducts, is because I cleaned up this area. So this is where we used to have the stuff that was making all the cobble, but obviously we don't need that anymore, so no big deal. And yeah, that's pretty much that part. Oh, I put this power cell here, and that's just kind of a buffer for those guys. It only feeds to the machines that I put over there, and that's just kind of like my little experimentation corner for right now. And then our computer system, I added its own resonant energy cell, so our computer system should never run out of power, because that's going to hold way more power than it could ever possibly use, as far as I understand. So by having these strategically placed, that's really helpful. And then I swapped out the one that was back here for one of the resonant ones, and I think that this should also help quite a bit with our bee-related energy problems that we've been having. You can see that this thing is actually now filling up, which means we now have an excess of power, which means, yeah! Most of the problems that I've been complaining about for so long are actually fixed. So, that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty stoked. Now, I realize that this episode may be on the, well, I say shorter side. My episodes are usually on the super way too long side, so this is just kind of probably on the normal-ish side. But, yeah, now with this, what I'm going to do is, in between episodes, I'll probably expand this out a little bit. I'll get it to the point where I can easily make, I don't know, at least level 5s. Like, I would like to be able to make level 5s. The thing about making level 5s and level 4s is going to be, so photovoltaic cells I had to put into the system myself, which means as far as going forward, I'm going to have to do some stuff, and I'll explain this next time probably once I have it made and in the system. But you have to use, if I switch to this, see, I'm in a processing pattern. And so this is basically you create patterns in order to like smelt things, so to use machines in order to smelt items and whatnot. So I'm going to have to look into making those work so that I can automatically have some furnaces and things set up to make photovoltaic cells when I need them, or to make other components, because I'm also going to need, whoops, didn't mean to click that item, or whatever that was. We're also going to need to, let's look at, like these guys, I'm going to have to fill with destabilized redstone, so I'm going to have some machines set up to automatically do that. So these ones are going to be a little bit more on the complex side in order to make the components for. So that's why I was like, I'm not going to worry too much about that for now. If we can easily make level 3s, then that's already a huge step up. And even if I can make the frames and stuff here, and then I have to manually fill them with redstone and whatnot on my own for a little while in order to get a couple of solar panel 4s or 5s, I'm cool with that. So we'll make that work. But anyway, that's where we're going to end this episode, y'all. Next time, we may dabble in some magic. I'm not guaranteeing it. But it may be something that we do, because it is something that I have been neglecting, and it's something that y'all have been wanting to see. And we've now finally reached a point to where I feel pretty comfortable with our computer system and whatnot, to where I'm not going to feel too bad about other things. I will say, some of y'all, you know what? Let's go ahead and make this stuff just so we can. Let's kill a couple birds with one stone if we can, right? Let us make ender chest. And it's going to take some obsidian. Ooh, we don't have any blaze rods yet, I don't think. I haven't made those guys. That's something that I'll need. Blaze. Yeah, we don't have any of those, so I still got to finish those parts of the quest. So then let me look at the ender pouch. Just because I want you guys to know that I do see your comments, and this is something that I've been wanting to make for a while. I just haven't gotten around to it. And we don't have any blaze powder either. So I'm going to have to do... get the bees for those things. But basically what this will do is the ender pouch will connect with our ender chest. I will have that ender chest hooked up just like this chest. I might just swap this one out for the ender chest. So then wherever I'm standing, you know, much like our little Apier's backpack, I could be, you know, way over here, and I could be like, oh, I want to put this stuff into the system. Right click, throw it into here, have it automatically get pumped out into the system, and then we're good to go. The other thing is, I think, and I'll play around with this as well, I have these wireless access points. So I'm going to just see if I can't... Let's, what if I put you like, maybe like, come on. All right, here. Does that work? So then if I go, hold on. If I go like this, and if I go like this, wireless access point, 16 meters, energy usage 8A. Okay, do I have to like do this or something? No? Okay. Now what if I do this? Device not linked. Shift right click, device not linked. All right, I'll have to look into how this works, and I will get that to work, because if I can then use the wireless system, it might work the same way, where I can like just be over here and then access my ME Access wireless terminal and tell it to do things. Be like, okay, make a couple solar panels, prepare for that. Go ahead and do this, go ahead and do that, right? I want to see how this guy does overnight, honestly. It's nighttime right now, and I don't see any power getting drained out of this. Is power getting drained out of y'all? Doesn't look like it. I feel like we're in a really good state for power now, y'all. This is gonna be so good. So yeah, I'll probably make a ton more solar panels just so I feel safe, and that'll be that. But yeah, let's go ahead and with all that, thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw, please be sure to give this video a like, a favorite, and subscribe to the channel. My name has been Price. This is our first crafting computer, and next time, maybe we will be dabbling in the arcade. Might have to call up Porktonius, see how he's doing. Maybe he can take over a little bit of the arcane stuff. So yeah, with all that, I will see y'all next time.